Hey everyone, the Steam Winter Sale is here and I've got an awesome lineup of games to share with you. These are all games I've played and loved, and I'd recommend picking up every single one of them if you can. Let's jump right in. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, 85% off. Honestly, I was surprised by how much I enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy. This is a single-player action-adventure game where you play as Peter Star-Lord Quill, leading a team of lovable misfits on a narrative-driven journey. If you're a fan of superhero games, Guardians of the Galaxy offers a fresh take with engaging combat and an emotional storyline. The game focuses heavily on storytelling, with no frustrating paywalls like Marvel's Avengers. Instead, you get a cohesive, enjoyable experience packed with humor, vibrant visuals, and heartfelt character interactions. The humor is fantastic, and the interactions between the characters feel genuine. It's such a breath of fresh air in the superhero game genre. The narrative is engaging, the character development is top-notch, and while the gameplay can feel a bit repetitive at times, the witty dialogue and stunning visuals more than make up for it. If you're a fan of superhero stories or just love great single-player games, this is a must-play. Baldur's Gate 3, 20% off. Baldur's Gate 3 is easily one of the best RPGs I've ever played. The depth of roleplay is astonishing, and it genuinely feels like playing Dungeons & Dragons on your computer. This critically acclaimed RPG is perfect for both D&D enthusiasts and newcomers. The game is based on the 5th edition D&D rules, so you can create your own character, embark on epic adventures, and engage in turn-based combat. The world building is incredible, and every player choice feels meaningful. What I love most is how you can wander away from the main quest and still find amazing side stories and fascinating characters. The game does have a few minor bugs, but they don't take away from the experience. It's polished, immersive, and a must-play for any RPG fan. If you're even remotely interested in role-playing games, you can't skip this one. Batman Arkham Collection, 85% off. I just picked up the Arkham Collection on sale, and I still can't believe how much content you get for the price. This bundle includes Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight, and all 3 games are absolute masterpieces. The storytelling is top-notch, the combat mechanics are some of the most satisfying I've ever experienced, and the atmosphere is immersive. Each game brings something unique to the table, from the eerie halls of Arkham Asylum to the sprawling, detailed world of Gotham and Arkham Knight. If you're into open-world superhero games or stealth-based combat mechanics, this collection is perfect for you. The stealth mechanics are especially fun, letting you take down enemies silently in creative ways. If you're a Batman fan or just love amazing action games, this collection is a no-brainer. Resident Evil 4 Remake 67% off. Resident Evil 4 Remake completely blew me away. It's a reimagining of the 2005 classic, and Capcom did an incredible job modernizing it while keeping the magic of the original intact. This survival horror masterpiece is an essential part of any gaming collection. You play as Leon S. Kennedy on a mission to rescue the US president's kidnapped daughter, navigating a creepy rural village filled with terrifying creatures. The environments are beautifully crafted, and the balance between action and horror is spot on. The gameplay improvements make it feel like a brand new experience, with stunning graphics and new mechanics that make it more engaging than ever. Whether you're a fan of survival horror or just love action-packed games, this one is a must-buy. South Park: The Stick of Truth, 90% off. It's been years since I last watched South Park, but The Stick of Truth still had me laughing from start to finish. This role-playing game perfectly captures the over-the-top humor of the show and is a perfect game for fans of RPG humor. You get to create your own character and dive into a crazy adventure alongside the familiar cast. The combat system is surprisingly deep, and the map is small but packed with hilarious references and fun activities. If you're a fan of South Park or just looking for a fun and nostalgic RPG, you're going to love this one. The humor is outrageous, the gameplay is solid, and it's one of the best TV-to-game adaptations I've ever played. Control Ultimate Edition, 80% off. Control has some of the most satisfying gameplay mechanics I've ever seen. You play as Jesse Faden, exploring the mysterious Federal Bureau of Control while battling supernatural forces and uncovering secrets about her past. This is a must-play for fans of mind-bending action games and supernatural thrillers. The telekinesis abilities are incredible, letting you hurl objects at enemies and combine them with traditional gunplay for dynamic combat. The game's atmosphere is surreal and immersive, with the ever-shifting architecture of the oldest house feeling like a weird, beautiful dream. If you enjoy psychological thrillers, supernatural themes, and creative gameplay, Control is a must-play. It's an unforgettable experience from start to finish. Hogwarts Legacy 75% off. Hogwarts Legacy perfectly captures the magic of being a student at Hogwarts. The character customization is top-notch, allowing you to create your own unique wizard or witch. While some parts of the game can feel a bit grindy at times, the overall experience is absolutely enjoyable. I spent hours just exploring every nook and cranny of Hogwarts and beyond. This is a must-play for Harry Potter fans and open-world RPG enthusiasts. In Hogwarts Legacy, you play as a fifth-year student at Hogwarts in the 1890s, long before the events of the Harry Potter series. As a unique character with the ability to harness ancient magic, you get to explore iconic locations like Hogwarts, Hogsmeade, and the Forbidden Forest. It's a dream come true for any Harry Potter fan. The Last of Us Part 1 50% off. I recently played The Last of Us, and it completely lived up to the hype. The graphics are stunning, even for an older game. The combat can be brutal at times, but it makes every encounter feel meaningful. The emotional weight of the story hit me hard, and I found myself tearing up several times. If you haven't played it yet, trust me, you're missing out on one of the best post-apocalyptic action-adventure games. The Last of Us is a critically acclaimed action-adventure game set in a post-apocalyptic world ravaged by a fungal infection. You control Joel, a hardened smuggler tasked with escorting a young girl named Ellie across a devastated United States. It's an unforgettable ride. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands 80% off. I just started playing Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, and wow, it's a blast. The humor is spot on, just like in previous Borderlands games. I love how Tiny Tina narrates everything. It adds a fun twist to the gameplay. The character customization options are fantastic, and I'm having so much fun experimenting with different classes. It feels fresh while keeping that classic Borderlands charm. In Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, you embark on a chaotic adventure led by Tiny Tina herself, who plays the role of the Dungeon Master, shaping the world and narrative on the fly. With loot-driven gameplay, humor, and tons of customization, it's a wild ride from start to finish. Sifu 60% off. I was honestly a little skeptical about Sifu at first because of its reputation for being tough, but I ended up loving it. The aging mechanic is both clever and frustrating at times. Dying makes you stronger, but it also limits your health. The fights are intense, and mastering the controls feels incredibly satisfying. If you enjoy games that challenge your skills and patience, Sifu is definitely for you. Sifu follows a young kung fu student on a quest for revenge after the brutal murder of their family by a group of assassins. It's an action-adventure game that tests your combat abilities and requires you to be strategic with every fight. Resident Evil Village 60% off. Playing Resident Evil Village was an incredible experience. The atmosphere is hauntingly beautiful, and the variety of environments kept me hooked from beginning to end. The mix of action and horror is perfect. It feels like a great balance of both. The boss fights were intense and unforgettable. Honestly, it's one of the best entries in the Resident Evil series. Resident Evil Village continues the story of Ethan Winters, who's thrust back into a nightmare when his peaceful life is shattered by the sudden kidnapping of his daughter, Rosemary. The game combines gripping survival horror with action-packed moments to create an experience you'll never forget. That wraps up my picks for the Steam Winter Sale. These are just some of the absolute gems I've found, and I truly believe that these games offer the best value for your money right now. Whether you're into RPGs, action-adventure, or survival horror, there's something for everyone at amazing discounts. If you found this list helpful, let me know which game you're most excited to pick up, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss more awesome game recommendations. Happy gaming, and I'll see you in the next one!